Moving on to our next speaker, Mr. Shiva Gadrani, a financial professional working in Gulf since 27 years, currently working with the FMCG MNC. He has a trading experience of 20 years and trades in both cash and F&O in both Indian and US markets. Most of his trading is done through systems designed by himself or adapted from others. These systems are designed in Excel and Python.
Hello everyone, welcome to another session in this eDECMA 2021. Today we have a guest who is quite well known on social media, but the unique thing about him is, first of all, of course, we will ask him about his experience and journey in the market, but the most unique thing which I found about his trading in the market is his trading is completely based on Excel sheet. By any chance tomorrow if Excel closes down, he'll be in big trouble. At the same time, he is based in Dubai, and before leaving for his office, he is a full-time professional working in Dubai. So before leaving for office, his breakfast time at home is the time Indian market starts. So his breakfast with NSE is those 15 minutes in the morning, and when the Indian market closes, that is his lunch time in office. So lunch with NSE again, and that's all he does about the market, 9:15 to 9:30 and 3:15 to 3:30 Indian time. He doesn't even know where is the market in between, but he has designed so many systems. In fact, I think the last count, I think it was 12 systems which he has designed, all based on EOD and across different trading strategies, including options, including delivery, including futures, including pair trades, and what have you. I mean, there is every single trading style which he has adopted and entirely based on EOD data, which he downloads religiously every day in the evening, because he has a time advantage. He has enough time in the evening to go through his systems, which are all Excel based, run them and decide what he should do the next day. And another thing which I have seen about him is, which is of course extremely important in the market, is his middle name is Discipline. It is Shiva D. Galrani. Discipline is something which can take you anywhere in the market, and that he has proven. I have known him for the last almost 15 years. I have met him many times. I have been with him in his house in Dubai. I have seen how he trades. He has been with us in India many times, and every single time we have been busy somewhere during the day, but his orders are already in the system. In fact, the biggest example which I keep giving people is, once he had a Bank Nifty EOD trading system in place, futures, and he was long in the morning before market opened. He had his stop and reverse already fed into the system, and he got busy after 9:20, 9:25 until 4 o'clock. We were together busy in a conference, and in between, when I was showing the chart, intraday chart on the screen, we realized market is going down. At 4 o'clock, I just asked him, what happened to your position? He said, "Pehle long tha, abhi short hai." I just confirmed at 3:30 that okay, that I have the orders have got triggered, and I had already put the stop loss and reverse in place, and that is discipline for you. Because even though he had access to the market, because he was in India, he was not at work, but he still, as his regular habit, he had his orders punched in before 9:30 a.m. and at 3:30, just before closing, he just checked that those whether they have got executed or not, and that's all. That is discipline for you. So the name of the guest is Shiva Galrani, and over to you, Shiva. Welcome.
Hi Abhijit, and hi everyone. Abhijit ne, maybe he has blown me up the mountain. इतना तो मेरा mother भी तारीफ नहीं करता मेरा. Okay, so something. I would like to start with something a little bit about me, which I will again reiterate during my presentation also.
One thing before Shiva. If you can start with how you got into the market in the first place. I mean, your journey from scratch.
Okay, journey from scratch. If I tell you, I was sitting Okay, in around 2002 is when I got married and all my other obligations got over. My sister ka marriage, my marriage, everything got over. And one day I was sitting in BP. I used to work with BP, British Petroleum at that time in Dubai. And I was sitting in BP and one of my boss was sitting and behind me and he was trading on ICICI Direct at that time. So I just
Mhm.
curiously asked him, what are you doing? And he just gave me some time out of his busy schedule for 15-20 minutes, and he explained to me what he was doing. Before that, I had never entered into the stock market, and luckily within few weeks after that, Maruti IPO came, I think. So the first
Mm.
share which I bought in my life was an IPO through Maruti Suzuki, and from there I started. Then I the time advantage which you spoke of, AP. Even I used to stay in Sharjah at that time in Dubai, and it takes a hell a lot of time if you come through regular working hours to Dubai from Sharjah. Like if you leave at 8 o'clock, it will take you 1 hour, but if you leave at 6:30, you will reach within 20 minutes. So I used to come into the office, even though the office opens at 9 o'clock. I used to be in the office by 7 o'clock. 2 hours I used to spend religiously daily. I used to go through websites, blogs, whatnot, trading styles, everything. Within 6 months, I had down all the trading, and technically, if you ask me, I had learned what not to do. So I
That
tried
is very
doing those
good.
things. I tried doing those things like watching the chart patterns and everything. Then I realized that I am doing this chart pattern, but then the chart pattern keeps changing during the day, and I can't do this during my office hours. So then maybe after 6 months or 1 year after the trading, when the results were not that good, then I thought that okay, then maybe I need to think about not looking at the market during the day. That took me 2 years to sit down and design something, and I did not want to do anything. I was not tech savvy at that time, so I started using Excel. EOD data, Excel, freely available through NSE. Started designing website. I started with a very simple 3 by 5 EMA crossover trading, which people are still following, and sometimes even I do follow the same. So it started through that, and then I went on learning and doing mistakes in the between. But then the only thing which I have been doing consistently is that okay, if something is a mistake, I try to plug it and I don't do it again. So one by one you weed out all your mistakes, and what you are left with is the good things which you need to have in your trading. So I started my journey religiously, you can say something around 2004, using cash market, then entered into futures. In between, I think there was a time when the AB Atal Bihari Vajpayee government lost, and there was a back-to-back, I think, downward circuit. That day I had like busted my account, then again got up again and started again. So there are struggles and everything, but then one thing I've learned is okay, you need to get up from your struggle, otherwise you are defeated forever. And second thing, you don't repeat the same mistake again.
Yeah.
So that principle has been carrying forward from that time till today. If you believe me, you know me, I have so many systems which are designed, which require my attention only at 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes in the evening. By 7:45 to 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock in Dubai time, which is 9:30 here time. So by 8 o'clock Dubai time, 9:30 Dubai, India time, my morning trades are over. And I know these trades one day before that I have prepared. And at 3:30, which is India time, which is 2 o'clock Dubai time. So 1:45, I log in and I know that, okay, if this has happened, this is what I have to exit. And all the systems are sort of mutually exclusive. Not all 12 systems will give me an entry or exit at the same time. So even if they give me 15 minutes is more than enough for me to punch the orders and get out. So that's
Yeah.
background about my trading style. About my life, okay, I have been in the Gulf from 1994, so nearly 27 years now, and worked in Muscat earlier and then shifted to Dubai in 2000. So in Dubai, I'm from last 21 years. I have worked only in two companies in Dubai. One was British Petroleum, and after British Petroleum, now I have moved on to Mondelez, which was erstwhile Kraft company. Mondelez is the holding company or the company which owns various brands like Cadbury and Milka and Oreo. So I am a dedicated financial professional working. So finance background is imbibed into me. Market values, pricing, and all those technical, leaving the technical, the fundamentals of the market are imbibed, because that is my bread and butter every day. So technicals also I have learned. But then I have realized that what suits me is, because of the work schedule, that I cannot know earlier that if the market is falling within intraday, will I be able to watch the market, take any corrective action? So I have designed the system knowingly that, okay, the drawdowns are there. I know that if I do EOD or if I do trading next day morning, then the drawdowns are there, but then they are manageable. So you manage them through your position sizing accordingly. That is the only thing. Risk, you know how much you are taking, what is the risk capacity you have, how much risk you want to take per trade. You manage the risk according to your capital by downsizing your position size accordingly, so that you sleep peacefully. That has been one of the principles in my life, that okay, in the evening after the market closes, in the night, if you see a tweet by somebody that SGX has crashed 4%, will you be able to sleep with your open positions? If you are able to sleep, then your position size is good.
Yeah. So basically, out of the 12 systems which he talked about, of course, there is no way he can show all the 12, because some things are exclusive for him. But he has been kind enough to be ready to show us 2 systems which he, of course, is trading himself, and those are so simple that they are too good to be true, and people will really need to take it seriously, though it looks extremely boring. So over to you again.
Okay, so I'll start with the presentation. So I have already shared the same in the AP has given a good introduction, and so okay, so finance professional working in UAE with an FMG MNC, and 20 years of experience in trading, speculation, and losing money. So I know how to lose money and come back from it. So I am trading, investing through various systems. I have around 12 systems, and some of the systems are actually so simple that you don't need. One of the simplest one I'll show you in the end. So some of them are including long options buy, long short options, pair trading, and I have one controversial system also, which many of the guys would laugh at it, saying that okay, everybody laughs at it on the Twitter and other world, saying that okay, selling Bank Nifty options and at 920 and covering them intraday. So I have that system and I follow that religiously. Every day morning at 8 o'clock Dubai time, my orders are punched in. ATM, Bank Nifty, straddle, I am selling it with an order in the system at a market order, so that during the day, even if the order gets executed, I don't need to bother that with the the order will be executed. So there is a stop loss market order in place. Till now I know it's risky. Sometimes the market may go up and or may shoot down, the volatility may shoot up, and my orders may get a very bad fill. But then my position sizing is what is the key I have. So I position size accordingly, and in a way that I don't lose more than 2%, or sorry, 1% on any trade. So that is the position sizing I follow for this particular thing. So I have many other. I have a momentum system which I follow. I sell covered calls. I have a portfolio of stocks which I have for my long term. So I keep on selling calls against those. I have long options buy, short options buy, short options, pair trading, and many more. So system is itself a what I can say, it's like a overblown word. So something can be a so simple a system, like something which you do regularly. Say for example you have a system that on every Friday morning you get up and you buy Nifty for a fixed amount, 1,000 rupees. That is a system because you are doing it religiously. This is something like your SIP. The monthly SIP which people do on mutual fund, on the first of every month you run a SIP on first of every month, irrespective of whatever the market is. You debit your account and you buy a mutual fund. That time you don't see whether Nifty has fallen 4% before or 2% down, or it is at the ATH, or it is at the 52-week low. You stop your SIP for that for one particular month. You continue your SIP. That is a system. So that is what builds the discipline little by little. So that is the advantage which you get on doing something repeatedly, irrespective of whatever is happening in the market. If you do anything repeatedly and in the backtest you have an edge. So that is a system. So most of my systems, like AP told, is designed in Excel, and I am very well aware that Bill Gates can close Excel anytime. So I have recently moved into Python also. So as a backup,
You're one step ahead of Bill Gates.
Yeah, no. But now I am hearing in the news that okay, Python is coming to Excel, so we will be able to use Python in Excel very soon. Once that happens, then I will have much more opportunities. I don't know whether it is happening soon or no. Let's do that. So, like AP and I have already told, I don't watch markets during the intraday. I am at a mid-level or say something between mid and a senior level position in an FMCG company managing about 3 to 4 countries, and during the day, meetings, work, office schedule, I don't know when I'm able to watch the market or take any corrective action if I'm having an intraday system or something of that sort. So most of my systems are hands off. All of the decisions are either taken at 15 minutes before close. If I have my inbuilt stop loss, I know if the market is below stop loss, I will sell it. That's it. Yeah, as simple as that. And in the beginning, for first 15 minutes, because that is at the time when I have the 1.5 hour advantage over India. So 9:15 when the market starts, it's 7:45 in Dubai. So I have the 15 minutes time frame till 7:45 to 8 o'clock in Dubai time is when I'm peaceful. I know I am at home. I can put in my orders, do a good job, and then carry that forward for the whole day. And during the day, I have made it an habit that I go for lunch at exactly 1:15, finish my lunch in 15-20 minutes, and then the balance of my lunch break is dedicated to just opening the market and seeing what has happened and what do I have to do. And believe me, out of say in a month, most of the month I don't have to do anything for at least 50% of the month. So in a 22-day trading in a month, I don't even need to go and do any order at close for maybe half the month. So, and this is my biggest what you call people don't believe me that I don't use any charts or patterns in most of my systems. I very consciously say most because after AP and Prashant have started Define Edge and TradePoint, I have started using TradePoint also, but with the same thing. It is on EOD basis and the orders are punched in the market, and at 15 minutes before the market, if the market is below stop loss, you exit. So there are some patterns which I use in TradePoint, which is simple enough for me. Okay, next slide. So I just thought that okay, maybe people will be interested to know how to design a system. I'm just giving a very broad view. It is nothing detailed. So first we have to get an idea or identify a perceived edge to exploit. So I will walk you through the same process when I take you the system of the USD INR. So ideas can come from interaction with people, books, videos, go to seminars, anything. Then you get your idea, you get some data, backtest the idea with the data as much as possible. Keep watching on the important parameters like drawdown. When is the trade actually supposed to happen? Is the trade happening at middle of the day, or is the trade being triggered at the end of the day or morning of the day? Something of that sort. Then you have to see whether the trades which are generated and the parameters, the drawdown and everything is suitable to your risk appetite, your work schedule, and ensure that you are able to trade according to the system. So there is no use designing a system which says that okay, at 11 o'clock looking at the market, and you know that you are not going to be able to do it every day. You will be busy in either commuting, or you will be busy in your work or doing something else. So no use designing a system which does not match your work profile or your time which you are able to dedicate to the market. So now coming to the system. Now this, like I told in the earlier one, I dedicate this system to Ankit Garg on Twitter. He had tweeted about 6 to 8 months back, I think, and he was generous enough to do a free video with somebody with people. He had invited people to attend his free video webinar. I think he had done this in association with some person named Vihan. So I was not able to attend that live, but I had downloaded that bookmarked that video, and I went through the video. It made sense to me, and I was able to process that data. I got USD INR data, USD INR data, Nifty futures data, and then I explored it further and adapted it into my style. So this, I think, is the most important part which everybody needs to follow. You will get thousands of systems on Twitter. People will share freely. People will pay you. You will pay money to get the systems from people. But then you have to always see that you are able to adapt it to your style or your circumstances. NIFTY also many times, like, systems is like what you call a pair of jeans. So if somebody gives me a pair of jeans which is 28 size, it won't fit me because my size is little bigger, and my say 34 or 38 size jeans won't fit anybody else. So he will have to do some adjustments. He will have to put a belt or do something of that sort. So you need to adapt any system which you see to your trading style. And if you are not able to identify what your trading style, then what is your trading strength and your style, then you first need to work on that instead of before entering into the market. Till that time, go through the passive route, buy ETFs, buy anything else, but then don't do direct trading until and unless you are able to identify your strengths and weaknesses. Okay, so then this is the system I'm sharing there, and I also have a bonus system for lazy people at the end. Okay, so USD INR positional long systems using futures. AP, before I start, any query till now?
No, nothing so far.
Okay, so the system synopsis is that, okay, historically USD and Nifty are negatively correlated. We always see that when the market falls, Nifty falls, the dollar strengthens, because the underlying assumption is that, okay, FIIs are withdrawing money, then dollar is becoming in demand, the countries what you call fundamentals are going down the drain, so Indian rupee is weakening. Whatever may be the fundamental reasons, people will do post 3:30 whatever the TVs and the analysts say. I don't believe go into that, but then the prices say that historically Nifty and USD INR are negatively correlated. So based on the system, what we do is we go long in either Nifty future or USD future, depending on which is stronger among the two. So I'm again repeating, I do not short Nifty future. I do not short Nifty future. I do not short USD INR future. Both of the trades are done in the futures, but long only. Either I'm long Nifty future or I'm long USD INR future. Yes, AP, you are telling me something.
Yeah, that is exactly what I wanted to ask. You have already said it. It's
exactly.
Long only.
So it is either long Nifty future or you are long USD INR future. You are always in the market, and you are in the market with the instrument which is showing better strength. How that strength is defined? It is very simple. The strength is identified by taking a 12-day, which is approximately 22 days, 22-day approximately, which is 1 month, mean returns of the instrument, divided by the 22-day standard deviation of the returns. So we are taking the 22-day returns and finding the standard deviation of the returns and dividing the 22-day returns by the standard deviation of return. This gives us normalized return. Now, why is this done? Why not only take a 22-day return? Because Nifty is much more volatile than USD INR. So when Nifty moves, and it will give you like 2-3% day, but a 2-3% day in USD is very rare. So higher volatility means higher standard deviation, obviously. So by dividing the daily returns by standard deviation, we normalize the volatility between the two instruments. So both of them are brought to the same level. And at EOD, this is EOD. After the market closes, the prices are updated. And just a word of caution there, USD market closes much later than the stock market. I think it closes at around 5:30. I don't be watching that market anyway. I'm more worried about the opening prices in this particular system. So at EOD, after the markets are closed, the Bhav copy comes in the day. I just download the Bhav copy and now I have a program in Python which just updates the prices automatically, and then this Excel sheet is updated. And the most important part here, which people who are in the market regularly will find it daunting at the beginning, is that all trades are done next day at open. Till even in the month of November, or I think in the month of January, when Nifty fell about 7 to 8% again in a space of 4-5 days, from 14,000, 15,000, it came to 13,800. I didn't even bother to watch. I know the system. It will give me an exit. If the exit is there, I will do it next day morning. Just a word of caution here. Be aware that USD INR starts trading at 9 a.m. India time, but Nifty starts trading at 9:15, and I usually wait for 15 minutes. I don't I watch for the first 15 minutes. Once the initial what you call junkies have come in and started moving the market up and down, and once it stabilizes, then I punch in the order. So till now, anything else, Abhijit?
Yeah, fine.
Okay. So this is the system notes. What is the main points I have to look at the system? If you want, Abhijit, before that, I'll show the Excel.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, you can show that.
Okay. So, sorry, this is not the one. This is the one. So here I have this data of the futures right from beginning of 2016 till I think 2-3 days back. I have until 4th of February. It doesn't matter. It is the same thing. So here I just update the open, high, low, close. Simple. That's it. The day, at the end of the day, you just copy down this particular line and you update your open, high, low, close into this row. And automatically this calculates the 22-day returns. This is calculating the everyday returns, and this is the average of the last 22 days. So if you see here, this is the average of the last 22 days divided by the standard deviation of the last 22 days. Simple. This is the column which needs to be watched. Automatically by my system gives back. So then I take a notional value of the Nifty contract. What is the value of the Nifty contract with a lot size of 75? And then this is the USD contract. The same way I'm just updating after the close. USD contract, I just for my reference keep the expiry dates, and the same returns are calculated for the same place. And here Nifty, sorry, USD INR is in the lot size of 1000 USD. So this is the lot size. So this is the value, 73,000 rupees is the value of the contract. So if this is this is the main column which gives me a signal. So this gave on 29th January, if you see, that was when the market bottomed out. But then the system gave me an exit saying that you exit Nifty, and I booked a profit of 243 approximately. The actual could be little more or less because of slippage or anything, but then I'm not getting into that. So next day morning, I had booked out the USD, booked out the Nifty and got into USD. But luckily or unluckily, Nifty again started moving from the next day. So next day itself, immediately Nifty gave me a buy signal. So one day I had lost, and I remember telling to AP that, even though the USD INR trade was closed within a day, I made profit even in that particular trade. So from that day, I'm still continuing to hold this. Even I don't bother, like, if you this particular day I was not able to get up early and do the trade. I got maybe 30 minutes late. By the time Nifty had run up to 14,600, so I got in at 600. 50-60 points doesn't matter to me, because when the system starts giving, you can see here.
Yeah, in fact, can you tell?
I am coming before you ask. I'm coming to February. I know. People will ask me what it did in the fall of coronavirus February.
No. I'm talking about the current trade only. Just one day before budget, it gave an exit. When had it given an entry before that? That is what I wanted to ask.
So the entry came. The entry came to me. This is the signal which came to me on 5th of November.
Okay.
So on 5th of November, the Excel sheet takes the trade at the next day opening. So if you see here, I'm not taking the previous days. Let me just go and highlight this. So I am not taking previous day close or something. I am taking that particular day's open as my entry price. 12,559.
So basically from 12,160, you were long till 13,900.
I exited this at 13,785. Yeah. In between, there were 2 months where I had to roll over and all that. Those are not captured in the system, because then that much working, if I do Excel, then Bill Gates will start shouting at me. So I do it, keep it simple. I know there are slippages built into this. I know that I will not be able to do every trade at the opening price, obviously. But then sometimes you do it better, sometimes you do it worse than the opening. It all evens out. I believe that way. So it all evens out. You may not be able to enter at 12,159. I would have been able to maybe luckily enter at 12,100. Sometimes I will be able to enter at 12,200. So it all evens out for me. I don't bother into those slippages and everything are something which you can't avoid. But then if something gives me a 1,500 range, then I would rather take the trade and blindly and then continue with my regular work schedule. So coming to the February part, let me just go back and see when the result, when the system gave an exit. So if you come here, if you see there were few whipsaws. The USD INR signal came to me on 7th of February.
Oh, that's quite early.
Exactly, 7th of February, and USD INR ran until 24th of April.
Great.
And it gave me a profit of 228. Then there were few whipsaws up and down. But then after that, Nifty, once it started, then I got an entry at 9,157, which came out at 10,620. Then there were some in between. There were some small whipsaws again. Then 9,867 got exited at 11,394.
Okay.
So these are the system metrics I have. So the total trades till February are 32 in Nifty and 18 in USD for the
This is
Nifty.
32 trades from when?
This is including backtest and my actual trades, AP. So just I want to tell that I'm not trading this from the last 5 years. This has been recently started, maybe 1 year. So this is from 1st January 2016 to 4th February 2021.
Okay.
So the total number of trades is 107 in over 5 years. So that's something like about 20 trades in a year, 2 trades in a month average. The winning P&L for Nifty is 1.4 million and USD is less because I have consciously designed it because USD by default is less volatile. So to get the same returns of Nifty, you will need to multiply your sizes by 4. So here already I'm using a multiplier of 4. So for example, what I mean by multiplier of 4 is that, see, for a one trade of Nifty, I do it for 2 lots. So for 5 lakh rupees capital investment, you are trading 2 lots of Nifty in one trade. But to do the same thing, you need to do 56,000 US dollars. So that is using a multiplier of 4.
You mentioned that you allocate 5 lakhs for 2 lots of Nifty. I mean, just for those kind of people who are not aware of how much margin is required for USD INR, how much margin is required for 1 lot?
I think it is something around 4,000 rupees.
Okay, so you are basically deploying half of the capital when you say 56.
If you want, I can go ahead and do it on. You are able to see the screen. We can go to Zerodha website and immediately check it. So here it is currency. So USD INR, 1,789 rupees.
Okay, so when you say 56 lots, it is still only about 1.5 lakhs, which are actually
exactly. So even if you take 1,800 into 56, it is about 1 lakh rupees.
So this is much lesser than Nifty. That is what I wanted to say.
Because Nifty, I think needs around one. If I go to Nifty and do a buy for, it's 1,70,000. So 3,40,000 is what you need. But then the position size matters in USD. That as I have already told you, that for me the position sizing is the key ingredient in any of my systems, which will tell me that how much is the loss I need to do. I can just show you.
Can you elaborate on how you arrived at this 56?
Exactly. The 56 is the value at that particular time. Sometimes it may be less than 56. Sometimes it may be more, because depending on the value of the Nifty. So see, sometimes it was 44 also.
Okay, so that is dynamic.
What I am doing here, that is dynamic based on the value of Nifty and the value of USD INR multiplied by the 4. So what I am doing here, see, the size is like, the value, the contract value of Nifty divided by the contract value of INR will give you a particular value, and I'm multiplying that by 4. How did I arrive at that 4? Maybe people can go for 5 or 6, but then based on the back tested parameters, if I change, I have designed the Excel in such a way that if I go for, say, if I make it 6, then if you see the things will change. But then my max drawdown goes for a toss. I go for 28% max drawdown. Here,
Okay.
if I with 4, it is 21% is still manageable for me.
Yeah.
I don't want to take on more risk. I'm ready to give up a little more profit for getting rid of that much risk.
Okay.
So with a 5-year back test, max drawdown I have achieved is 21%, and the compounded annual growth rate on a capital of 5 lakh without taking into effect any compounding. So you can increase the lots once you start getting profit.
Correct.
I have not taken that into consideration. On a plain system following, it is giving a 28% compounded annual growth rate. And so the Kalmar ratio, which is nothing but the max drawdown compounded annual growth rate divided by the max drawdown, is something like 1.35. So which is anything above 1 is good on a positional system, which you are devoting only 15 minutes in the morning and maybe 4 or 5 minutes to update at the end of the day for the prices. I find that much more.
The next logical question is, since you are basically saying that they are inversely correlated, I'm sure you must have done that study. When you go long in Nifty futures, have you also back tested going long Nifty futures and short USD INR? I mean pair trade.
Yeah, but then that gets into a different metric itself. I have done the back test, but I didn't find that much more attractive enough. If I follow this, see the problem here is the AP, the scalability.
Right.
You try this if your system is not scalable enough. But Nifty futures, you can scale it up to 100 lots. Nobody will even blink an eye. And USD INR futures are much more liquid than Nifty. The number of lots which are traded and the spreads which are there in both of them are very much. In fact, if you see the Excel sheet, I also have a separate sheet. Before, many people will nowadays ask what is the Jungli Billy system with this. So Bank Nifty with the same system, the same parameters, just for my academic interest, I'm following it. It gives me the same compounded annual growth rate, but with a higher max drawdown, because Bank Nifty is more volatile. We know that. So I am not doing this as of now because I don't find any major advantage in going into Bank Nifty when Nifty is giving me a better, and it is scalable itself. So I don't need to go into those. So I am following Nifty. The sheet which I'm providing with the presentation has Bank Nifty also. If somebody wants to continue using Bank Nifty, they can follow it, do it. And again, I'm advising, just check it if it is suiting your style. Just because Shiva told or Abhijit told or somebody else told, just don't blindly jump into a system. Do a paper trade, check it if it works to your style. Maybe you need to modify something. I have provided the platform, the background, the work, everything is done. The data is also there. You can download more data if you want. You can backtest this from 2010 onwards, up to you guys. So you can adapt it to your needs.
Maybe what comes to my mind now is I'll have to of course see the feasibility. But maybe we can, if you have, you don't mind, we can think of incorporating it in TradePoint, where it will give the ready-made results.
This could be done in 2 minutes, AP. You have your daily returns. You have the standard deviation of the daily returns. You can even provide a flexibility to people to do it either 22 days, 15 days, 10 days, whatever days they want.
Changing parameters.
But then you don't have USD. You have USD INR features in that or not? That is the only thing which.
Yeah, we have VOD data.
You have USD INR VOD data
on the web TradePoint.
Okay, on the web. Okay. I didn't know that. Okay. I seriously didn't know that. Okay. As of now, I have designed some Python backend stuff which downloads the data from the Nifty NSE website for the indices and the futures and everything. So it runs a program and shoots and updates the Excel sheet. So
just out of academic interest, have you tried plotting this as a graph, this correlation?
It is there, AP. If the people are able to view the get the data, you can always do this one, what you call the price movement. It takes 2 minutes to do this. Doesn't matter. So if I'm doing this,
like I said, it was just academic interest. Have you done it? That's all. I know it can be done.
I have done it. Before putting in my money. I have done this. Just because
Okay.
somebody on Twitter or YouTube in a video told, I will not go into this. This is my money. I have tested it. I have double verified with the data that okay, I am doing the correct thing. Like there are instances like if somebody tells you on the on any portal saying that okay, this is how you do it, and instead of plus you put a minus in the formula and it goes haywire, and you believing somebody if you start putting your money. No, first you download the data, compare it with the original guy's ideas, because first thing he is sharing something which he is doing, so he knows what has worked for him. So now you have to first see, after downloading the data, whether what you are doing is exactly what he has done. Then you think of modifying it to your need. So I have done that. This is my background work. I have done it, and definitely I have done it. Yeah. So and there is a correlation. Approximately the correlation, I have checked it even in Python in the backtest. It is correlated something in the range of 78 to 82%.
Okay.
So even that there are periods in time, like if you see, I showed you just now. That is the beauty. Like see, if they are both inversely correlated, I will not be making a profit in USD after 1 day of trade, because definitely I would have made a loss.
Correct.
Because it is a whipsaw. You don't make profits in a whipsaw. But here you have made a profit, because there are times when there is a inverse correlation is broken. So it's not inversely correlated, which means at around 20% of the time, USD and INR are both moving in the same direction. Not every day you will find that both of them are either going up or down, opposite side. So there are places where
that is the reason you are taking a 22-day average and then smoothing it also.
Exactly. So if you do it on a daily average, then suddenly one day you will find both signals are being generated.
Yeah.
So you need to give enough data also to work and backtest. Maybe you like this idea, but you find 22 is too slow. You do it on 10 day, or if you want to be more little conservative, you go for 2 months data, 45 days. Up to you guys. You can decide. Excel, I have designed the program in such a way that the Excel sheet in such a way that it requires minimal tinkering. You can just select the data here. Instead of 22 days, you can select more days. And if you want to do any other parameters, everything is linked. So the results are updated immediately.
Yeah, something I wanted to caution viewers is, which I always keep telling, that even if you have seen a system done by someone else, what he has done here, he has redone, in fact, he has reinvented the wheel. Because I remember, in fact, you will be able to tell more, that 3x5 famous system, people used to blindly follow you and get hit by whipsaws in the first 4-5 trades, and then used to panic and send you emails all the way to
even today. But AP, that's a good example. In 3x5 system, the one which I had shared in the previous years in the various forums. So tomorrow what is the price at which you need to exit today itself.
Yeah.
You know what is to be done tomorrow, and it is as good as, like, Excel will tell you that A is equal to B, so B is equal to C. So if A is greater than B, you do this, but Excel will do it to the precision of 0.01. But then we get what you call we get afraid when we are looking at it, because more than the system, what I had imbibed in that system was that you don't look at the market during the day. Here,
exactly,
if you have this particular system which I'm showing on the screen, you put on a trade at 9:15 or 9:30, and then you close. Then after some time, you go on Twitter and see AP giving you a straddle chart which says that AP is telling that okay, as per the straddle chart, we are going to see a big fall. So then you get afraid, and the fall also happens intraday, and then you immediately exit your trade thinking that okay, end of the day USD ka signal aayega, I will buy signal USD tomorrow. Till the time, let me just close. But then by the end of the day, market again rebounds. You have been left stranded. So you tinker with the system at your own risk. So any action that you do in your system has a reaction, which may be equal reaction or an opposite reaction, which depends.
So here, just to clarify one thing, here you don't have a stop loss in place at all, is it?
No. Everything is next day morning. Everything is next day morning.
No. Why I asked is, this is unlike your other systems where, of course, I'm not talking about, most of the systems you have a stop loss in place.
Exactly. I have a stop loss in place. In few of the systems, I have stop loss on EOD basis. So 15 minutes before the day you open, and if the stop loss is hit. So if, for example, I'm long a stock at 500 and I have kept a stop loss at 480, I do a EOD stop loss at 480. So at 15 minutes before close, if the market is 470, 460, I don't mind. I will exit at 460. I will not watch during the market and get out at 480 just to see by close of the market 500 के ऊपर चला गया फिर से.
Yeah.
Because anything can happen in the market. Market can go below 480 and then again shoot up to 550, 500 or whatever.
Yeah,
And you are left stranded. So that is the trade-off you do. Either you do intraday monitoring and tinker with your trades, or you are able to do peacefully during the day and 15 minutes you are dedicating, you do it. The second one suits my style. If something else suits somebody else, they are free to do the modifications and trade accordingly.
Right.
Okay, so that's it about this system. I will close the file, and I have given the parameters here, the same parameters which are there in the file also I have given here. So I have only pasted the Nifty. So the same thing which I have shown here, 32, 18, sorry, which is the file? I have closed that sheet. Okay, so this is the system, and these are the basic parametric metrics which I have shared already. So how to copy, how to use the system? It is very simple. I can open again the file if it is required, just to so that I can show this.
We might be running out of time, so we have to still talk about the second one.
Okay, so let's go to the second one, which should be over in 2 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Okay, so this is the second system. So many people in the markets invest through SIP, through ETF, everything. So the basic principle, even I do, even today I still invest via mutual funds through ETF buying. So the basic principle in SIP is that you invest in market irrespective of its level and withdraw only when you need the money. That is to be underlined and bold. You don't withdraw when somebody else tells ki market girne wala hai. You withdraw only when you need the money in the case of mutual fund, because that is for your long-term goal planning. So I prefer to invest in ETF instead of mutual fund in this system, because due to two reasons. One is fund manager risk. Today you don't know, some fund manager performs well. You get to know it only after 3 months if the performance is lagging. And there is a possibility to trade the ETF before the market closes. In mutual fund, you buy it today, you will get tomorrow's NAV. So the prices could move in one day. So the selection of mutual fund is very crucial to avoid mutual fund risk, which is not there in ETF. Disadvantage of ETF is liquidity. Many of the ETFs are still new in the market. You don't have liquidity. To avoid this, you need to find out an ETF which gives you ample liquidity. And I have found that Nifty Bs and Bank Bs both have good liquidity, and there is historical data also available. So this system, I have been doing it from 2005. It is one simple line. I can explain the system. You buy a fixed amount on 2% fall day. If today Nifty has fallen 2%, before end of the day, you go and buy the mutual fund. As simple as that.
Fixed amount means fixed value, right? So 15,000, 50,000.
It's up to you guys. You can put 2% of a fixed amount. I mean a fixed installment which you are doing in your normal monthly SIPs, or you can keep say a fixed percentage of your bank balance or something of that sort. You fix the amount. I would suggest you keep it a fixed rupee value so that you keep on averaging that. So this can be done along with your regular monthly SIPs. So based on the last 16 years data which I am providing along with this, Nifty has given 14 buys average per year, and Bank Nifty gives about 24 buys in a year. So 2 approximately per month. It could be bunched in 1 month. You could have 7 to 8, like in the month of February 2020. You could have February, March. I had back to back so many days. So again, the same concept is valid here. After having 3 back to back 2% days, the 4th day also gives. Will you be able to take the trade? Do you have the mentality to skip the system just to think, okay, 4 दिन हो गया, आज skip करता हूँ, कल 4% buy करूँगा. So that tinkering, do it at your own risk. So the system is simple. You buy Nifty Bs or Bank Nifty Bs based on which index you are following. I do for both, by the way.
This must have given the maximum buys in February, March 2020, right?
I will give you the data also. say system is simple. You buy every day, it falls by 2%. You can do ETF if you are doing. If you are busy in the market, you can't even do that. You in the evening, you just go to your favorite mutual fund and buy a 2% value in the fixed value in that mutual fund. It will come at next day NAV. Someday the NAV will be worse. Someday the NAV will be much better. It doesn't matter. It's a system which you are following. So I have ignored exit of trades because, like I said earlier, it is depending upon your particular situation. Why are you investing? Are you investing for trading? Are you investing for goals? Then if it is on goals, then you exit when your goals are nearer. So you take your decision. You keep on exiting little by little, and as and when your goal becomes nearer, then you go into a less riskier, because markets can move anytime. So system notes, I always keep at least 5 installment amounts handy with me. So as you don't know when February or March can happen again. So log in 10 to 15 minutes before. The same pattern for my trading style continues. And if Nifty is down by 2%, you don't need more than 2 seconds to see if Nifty is down by 2% or more. And you have it in your watch list. Punch the order, close the system, finish. Backtest.
The number of WhatsApp messages will already be an indicator how much Nifty is down.
Okay. Okay. So this is the backtest of the system. I have a 2% down day. What I have done in the Excel sheet, I will show you the Excel sheet also. I will again walk through the Excel sheet because not many people are used to looking at Excel sheet to trade. So I'm just walking through the Excel sheet again. So this is the open, high, low, close of the spot. The earlier sheet which I had shown, you are doing futures. So always take the prices of those instruments which you are using to trade. So don't put futures here, then try to do Nifty Bs. So you are looking at spot. So every time when there is a 2% fall, the system shows you that you have to buy, and it calculates a fixed amount 5,000. What is the price which you will buy? At that price, how much is the quantity you will get? And along with that, I have also done a simple assumption, like say on the 1st of every month you do a buy. So 1st of July you buy at the fixed value at that particular day's close, or you can do it for the last working day of the month, up to you guys. So every trade it gives that. And AP asked me whether what happens in the month of February. That is now everybody's benchmark is February, March. If you are able to make money in February, March, you made. So
in fact, the whole of 2020 will be a real good year for backtesting any system.
And I have traded AP. I have, if you believe me, I have traded each and every of this 2% days.
Oh.
Including the day when it fell 13%.
When everyone is shouting that the world is going to end, keep buying Nifty Bs.
No, in fact, on this day I invested how much? Big stocks which I bought on that day. 23rd was something which was, many stocks hit my levels. Yeah. Okay, so each day, so even the same thing I have done with Bank Nifty also, because I follow both. This both I am trading live. I have this with me. So if you see here in the Bank Nifty also, it had the same thing, 16% down day, 23rd, then still it continued after that also 5%. Each and every trade mentioned here is done, but of course not 5,000. My personal capital levels are a little bit different. So each and every trade. So the system, what it has shown is that if you are doing a 2% down day buy and holding it till now from the last 15-16 years, so you would have invested about 19.15 lakhs in Bank Nifty, and your ending capital would be worth something like nearly 85 lakhs. But if you had done a SIP every month, you would still be at a CAGR of 8.3% versus a CAGR of 10% in Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty being more volatile and it has given more returns. So the same thing in Nifty, 6.7 divided by compared to 9. Both of them are comparable, not that one has some other slippages, one will not have slippages. Both are assuming that you are buying the same ETF. One you are buying on the first day of the month, one you are buying when it falls 2%. Same. So the same slippages, everything which I have ignored are applicable to both. So the percentage wise, it won't matter. It should be the same.
One typical troll question: what if you see that Nifty is down 1.95% on one day?
Doesn't matter, AP. You are doing like 24 trades in a month. If you see in Nifty you have done So 1115 divided by
No,
5000.
what I'm saying is,
No,
if you
no.
see that,
I am telling you have done 223 trades already. So 1.95. If Nifty is like say 1.95 5 minutes before close, and it closes 2%, next day morning you trade.
no, what I'm saying is, even if it is around 2, you will still trade, not minimum 2. That is what my question.
I give myself that leeway because I know I am disciplined enough. If it is, if I'm opening the market at 15 minutes before close and Nifty is 2.01% down and I buy it, with buy close, if it comes pulls back 0.1% and it closes at 1.9%, I don't give a bother about it. Let it be.
Okay.
I have invested. No, I have not lost the money. I have just bought it. It will
Yeah.
be there in my portfolio.
Yeah, right.
And even if you miss it, on the flip side, if I'm busy in the market and I'm not able to see also and it fell 2%, okay, next day morning I'll buy. I don't care. That system is you cannot replicate what Excel is doing 100%. Sometimes there will be variations between what you are doing and what the system says, but then you should not consciously decide to override the system.
That is the key. Yes.
That is the key. So that is the system. If somebody wants to troll me on this saying what kind of system is this 2%, I don't need somebody to tell me this market always goes up and you are buying. So it's up to you guys. This is what I'm doing with my own money. I have shared it, and you people are free to follow it if you want. You can change the percentage. 2%, you can make it 2.5%, you can make it 1%, 3%, up to you guys. The more percentage you increase, the number of trades will fall less. You can also do a variant on this. If it falls 2%, you buy. If it goes up 4%, you sell. If it goes up 3%, you sell. You can keep rotating your money that way. Up to you guys. So you are always looking for a 2% fall day and selling it out on a 3% rise day, something of that sort. Or you can put in a fixed percent saying that, okay, whenever a particular installment which I have bought, if I make 10% on that particular one, I will exit and keep the capital for reinvesting later. You can do this way also. Many variations people can follow. I am giving the basic idea. People can do it. So the basic idea I've given, like, people will not even be thinking like, 2% fall day pe buy karu and hold it. That is so damn simple. I don't need a chart to tell me that 2% fall day pe buy karunga, and
So
if market
basically,
goes up, I will make money.
these are the tremendous systems you have shown. One was a system for lazy traders. The second is a system for lazy investors. Lazy is the key in both of them.
Exactly. And lazy, you can term it lazy, or it is something which is suiting suiting my style. 15 minutes is what I can spare for surety in the beginning and in the end.
Right.
All the trades are accordingly at that particular time frame. Once I retire and start doing what you call intraday, then I will come to your T20 and other intraday stuff. So that time we will come to that. Renko 1 minute chart, 5 minute chart. That time will allow. That time we will join. But no use now trying to what you call. This is like, you are trying to ride a cycle on a racing track. So you will not be able to keep up. You will not be able to keep up with that. Once you are able to find a what you call a racing car and go on to a racing track only, you will be a racing car. Till that time, you need to ride on a cycling track only at the speed at which you are comfortable.
No, in fact, this is a very important thing which you have said. I have seen a lot of people get confused between, they have a long-term portfolio. They're also trading Nifty futures. They're also trading intraday. It is almost next to impossible to do everything, even if they have the time in the market.
You have to design your systems, AP. This is a very important point. People do have multiple systems, but then are these systems correlated to each other? Like, say, supposing in one day Nifty falls 4% or 5%. There's a big huge news and Nifty falls 4 to 5% in a day. Do all your systems go down, or will some of the systems compensate it? Like, you are short in some system and that system will compensate.
Right.
So you need to have some system. You need to have some systems which compensate each other. You cannot have everything which goes up in line with Nifty. Then you can as well stop all systems and buy only Nifty futures. One system you concentrate, because Nifty futures are scalable. You can go up to 100, 200 lots in a shot. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, in fact,
And
there might be so many days where you are waiting to buy Nifty piece because of this 2%, and you are long puts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I may be long put. There is some system. There is one more system which I have done, which is long what you call leap December puts to cover my hedge my portfolio. That is running. So in the back end, my portfolio is hedged. So I know that I can sleep peacefully. So
Right.
those systems will go up when the market goes down, and I know that I will not lose that much. So you design your systems accordingly, and just be sure that all the systems are tradable by you in the time limit which is available to you, and not all systems are correlated to each other. There are systems which are uncorrelated, so something will go up, something in short I can tell you, something for the rising market, something for the falling market, something for the sideways market also.
Yeah, you have started for the sideways market also.
Selling straddles. Why selling straddles? Maybe somebody may not be comfortable. Covered call is a system for sideways market. You are ready to take up to 5 to 10% rise, but then you are still, even with the 5 to 10% rise, you are still able to make money by doing covered call on your portfolio.
So basically, I think, is it safe to say that you have all ends of the market covered in the 12 systems which you run? I mean, there is nothing left to be tapped.
No, there are many things still to be done. We can still find out. We can still do that.
No, I'm talking about cash delivery, short future,
yeah,
long options, short options.
I have cash delivery. I have discretionary portfolio also, like using your TradePoint software, which has been very good to me. So then I have futures long, futures short. Then you have something like covered calls, then selling straddles, then going long on options. I have a system which goes longs on Bank Nifty options weekly, every day. So that those systems are there, which are I have nearly everything covered. But then I can still, whenever I sit down, I try to think of new ideas, maybe improve something which is existing, maybe try something new.
Yeah, so in fact, another key thing is all these 12 systems are not something which he has seen somewhere. Maybe out of 12, at least 10 systems are something which he has tweaked himself. And more importantly, he is open to more systems as well. It's not the end of the road. That is what I wanted to ask him, that even if there are, let's say, another couple of things, ideas come to his mind, he will explore those ideas as well.
Okay. That's it. That's exactly. So I like I said in the beginning also, not all systems are end-to-end designed by me. From I get an idea, I tweak it to my needs, and then I use it.
Yeah. That was a brilliant session, Siva. I'm sure a lot of people will benefit.
I have shared my Twitter ID, which people can tag me. If somebody has any queries, they can tag me there, and then if something, a lengthy response is required, then I will try to reply to people with my email ID also, which is the same, galrani@gmail.com. That's it, AP. If any other queries, otherwise then we can close the call.
Yeah, I think it was seriously very good, and this will give, in fact, for people who are open to new ideas, this will give further new ideas. They can tweak these systems, they can copy these systems, but like he said, the risk is all yours, the money is yours, so you need to be comfortable with the system which you are going to trade. Don't just copy someone blindly.
And I will close by saying that if you follow me on Twitter for trades or any ideas or charts, then you will be disappointed. I rarely tweet anything related to market. Okay. Thanks, AP. Thanks for the platform and sparing some time for me. Thank you very much.